The World Cup is one of the most watched sporting events in the world, and every 4 years it brings not only football fans together, but also a massive global interest in how predictions and probabilities work around the tournament. When people talk about World Cup betting odds, what they are really talking about is how likely teams are to win matches, advance through stages, or even lift a trophy, as estimated by bookmakers. To understand this properly, you need to forget the idea that odds are random guesses. They are actually structured numbers built from statistics, team performance, player form, historical data, and market behaviour. To make sense of it, imagine the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026. Before a single match is played, bookmakers will already have odds for every possible outcome. These odds will constantly shift as the tournament approaches, and even more as matches begin. The key idea is that odds are not just predictions, they are a pricing system for probability. Let's start with the basic meaning. Betting odds are simply a way of showing how likely something is to happen. If a team has very strong odds, it means the system believes they are more likely to win. If the odds are long, it means the team is seen as less likely to succeed. But there is a hidden layer here. Odds are also designed so that the bookmaker always maintains a margin, meaning the numbers are slightly adjusted so the house has an advantage regardless of outcome. There are three main formats you will see around World Cup betting markets: decimal odds, fractional odds, and American odds. Decimal odds are the most common internationally. If you see a team priced at 2.00, that means for every 1 unit you stake, you would return 2 units if the outcome is correct. That includes your original stake. So the lower the number, the more likely that outcome is considered. Fractional odds, often used in the UK, might show something like 5 to 1 or 2 to 5. If it's 5 to 1, you win 5 units for every 1 unit you risk. That represents an underdog. If it's 2 to 5, you need to risk 5 units to win 2, meaning that outcome is heavily favoured. American odds use positive and negative numbers. A negative number, like -150, means you must bet 150 units to win 100. A positive number, like +300, means a 100 unit bet would return 300 if successful. The difference in these formats can feel confusing at first, but they all communicate the same thing: probability and payout balance. Now, the most important concept behind all odds is implied probability. This is where things get interesting. Every odd number can be converted into a percentage chance. For example, if a team has decimal odds of 2.00, that implies a 50% chance of winning. If the odds are 1.50, that implies around a 66% chance. The lower the odds, the higher the implied probability. However, bookmakers do not simply present pure probability. They build in something called the margin, sometimes called the vig or juice. This is how sportsbooks make profit. If you added up all implied probabilities in a match, they would often exceed 100%. That extra percentage is the bookmaker's edge. When it comes to a global event like the FIFA World Cup 2026, odds are not only set for individual matches. There are multiple layers of markets. Before the tournament begins, you will see outright winner odds, which predict which country is most likely to win the entire competition. Strong teams are usually given lower odds, meaning they are favourites. Smaller or less historically successful teams are given higher odds, meaning they are outsiders. As the tournament progresses, odds become more dynamic. During the group stage, bookmakers adjust odds based on performance. A team that starts strong may see their odds shorten, meaning they are becoming more favoured. A team that struggles may see their odds lengthen, meaning their chances are being downgraded. In knockout rounds, odds become even more sensitive. One red card, one injury, or one tactical change can shift the entire pricing of a match. This is because knockout football is high risk. There are no draws that allow recovery in standings, so each match is decisive. Another important idea is what is known as favourite versus underdog. A favourite is the team expected to win. Their odds are shorter because the outcome is considered more likely. An underdog is the opposite, with longer odds because they are less likely to win according to statistical models. But football is unpredictable, and this is where things become interesting. Upsets happen frequently, especially in tournaments where pressure is high and form can shift quickly. Bookmakers also adjust odds based on betting activity. This means odds are not only shaped by statistics, but also by how the public is betting. If a large number of people place money on one team, bookmakers may shorten the odds to balance their risk. This creates a dynamic system where odds reflect both probability and market behaviour. To understand this more clearly, imagine a situation where one popular national team is attracting heavy attention from fans. Even if the statistical model suggests they have a 40% chance of winning, heavy betting pressure might shift their odds to reflect a 45 or 50% implied probability. This does not necessarily mean the team has improved. It simply means the market is adjusting. There are also special types of World Cup betting markets. One of the most common is match result, which predicts the outcome of a single game, win, lose, or draw. Another is over/under goals, where the focus is on how many goals will be scored in total. There are also both teams to score markets, where the question is whether each side will find the net at least once. Then there are long-term markets like top scorer, which predicts which player will score the most goals in the tournament. These odds are heavily influenced by team strength, playing time, and attacking role. A striker from a strong national team will often have shorter odds than a defender or a player from a weaker team, even if both are talented. One of the most misunderstood parts of odds is how quickly they can change. Odds are not fixed. They move constantly based on injuries, weather conditions, tactical news, and even rumours. If a star player is ruled out before a match, the odds can shift dramatically within minutes. This is because bookmakers are constantly trying to rebalance probability in real time. Another factor is timing. Early odds, often called opening odds, are set far in advance of matches. These are usually based on long-term data. As the match approaches, sharper information enters the market, including confirmed lineups and tactical decisions. This is why odds near kickoff are often considered more accurate reflections of expected outcomes. When people talk about value in odds, they are referring to situations where the probability of an outcome might be higher than what the odds suggest. For example, if a team has implied probability of 30%, but someone believes their real chance is closer to 40%, that would be considered value. However, identifying this consistently is extremely difficult because bookmakers are highly efficient at pricing information. It is also important to understand that odds are not a prediction of certainty. Even a team with very low odds can lose, and even a heavy underdog can win. That uncertainty is what makes tournaments like the FIFA World Cup 2026 so compelling to fans around the world. Weather, travel conditions, crowd pressure, and psychological factors also influence outcomes in ways that models cannot fully capture. That is why odds are best understood as probabilities, not guarantees. They reflect expectations, not destiny. As the tournament gets closer, media narratives also play a role. Public perception can influence betting markets indirectly. If a team is constantly praised as unstoppable, more casual bettors may support them, which can shift odds slightly. But professional bookmakers rely more heavily on data models than public opinion. In knockout stages, there is another layer called path analysis. This means bookmakers estimate how difficult a team's route to the final might be. A team might be strong, but if they are placed in a difficult bracket, their odds of winning the tournament might be longer than expected. Conversely, a balanced path can shorten odds. Ultimately, understanding World Cup odds is about understanding probability, risk, and perception working together. It is a system built on mathematics, but influenced by human behaviour. The numbers you see are not just predictions. They are reflections of millions of data points, expert models, and real-time decisions. When you look at odds for the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026, you are essentially looking at a constantly evolving map of expectations. That map changes every day, sometimes every hour, as new information enters the system. So when people see a favourite team listed with low odds or an underdog with high odds, what they are really seeing is a snapshot of probability at that exact moment in time. And as history has shown in football, those snapshots can change quickly when the game actually begins. In the end, odds are not just about predicting winners. They are about understanding uncertainty itself, and how the world tries to measure something that is never fully predictable.